Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Agent down. Serious trauma detected. Agent incapacitated. Agent killed.
I'm sending you a specialization supply drop.
Rogue explosive trap detected. Boost about to activate. An agent needs assistance. Boost online. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Allies are acquiring the boost. Allies have acquired the boost. Rogue Stinger Hive detected.
Wipe out the enemy before you run out of reinforcements.
Today's video is brought to you by dving.net. So dving.net gives you the service to where they can boost your account within any of these game titles. You can see Call of Duty, Destiny, Overwatch, StarCraft, and much more. For example, let's go to Division 2. You can get exotics, weapons, raids, boost your watch level, summit floor boost, and hunter mask. So just click on any of these, add it to the cart, and apply that coupon. So go to checkout, go to apply coupon, and type in Kamikaze. Kamikaze is your coupon. You go to apply, and there you go. You get 15% off. If you have any questions at all, you can contact their support chat in the bottom right hand of your screen. And yeah, there you go. Thank you to dving.net, and back to the video. What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. This is going to be your Title Update 12 Ridgeway's Pride PvP build. I had to update it from the previous patch because we all know that with Title Update 12 they did change the Eclipse Protocol backpack to where you cannot use it by itself. And I was one of the few guilty of using it. It was a lot of fun. And who could pass up the amplified damage? So here's my Title Update 12. Pretty easy workaround, and this is a lot of fun to run. Like you could see, it still does work in PvP. Wicked really does hit hard, and a lot of people never did run the Eclipse Protocol backpack by itself anyways, so Wicked is nothing new to the community. So yeah, in a way this is a Ridgeway's Pride Wicked build. And here she is. So starting off at the top, I am using the Technician specialization. Reason being is I wanted my skills to have a little more pop, and that's exactly what I got out of it. So for PvP, my Seeker Mine does 289k damage and 10.1k bleed damage. And then for the Hive, the Stinger Hive does 100k PvP damage and just under 9.5k bleed damage. So yeah, I don't know. And not only that, I have been practicing my Technician shots in conflict, and it's pretty funny when people round that corner and you have a missile launcher locked onto you. It's pretty cool. Now for the weapons, I'm using the FAMAS for my primary, Vector 45 ACP for my secondary, and then a double barrel sawed-off for my sidearm. Back to my FAMAS, it is a God-rolled FAMAS. That means it has max attributes throughout the entire thing. So this one, max AR damage, max weapon damage, and max damage to armor. Now, I rolled the talent Sadist on here. A lot of people would normally run in sync for their skills, but for me, in the way I run it, Sadist works just fine. Now, having that damage to armor in the way that I run it for this build, you'll see that's how I'm melting all these people with 1.5, 1.8 million armor. Now the attachments, crit chance for the optic, crit chance for the laser pointer, and crit chance for the muzzle brake. Magazine extended for the 50 round total. For the stats, I'm at 49 crit chance, 138 crit damage, 75 headshot, and 19 armor damage. That goes with the 21 health damage. Now the secondary is my Vector, and this thing smacks. 95k for the base damage. It's God rolled with crit, so it has crit chance and crit damage, maxed out with Sadist. And for these, I chose all crit damage. So for the Vector, I'm sitting at 55 and 163. Now the sidearm, my double barrel sawed-off, 1.5 million base damage with Sadist. And then this one has max shotgun damage, 10% damage to armor, and 4.5 rate of fire. Now looking at the build, you can see that it's really just damage on damage. So I chose 2 Walker Harris. That gives me the weapon damage and damage to armor. I luckily had a Fenris Wicked backpack, but it does have a yellow on it. It's all good though. And then of course you have to run the Contractor and Fox's combination. That's just the way it is. And then putting that with the Ridgeway, and you're good to go. Now looking at the mask, Walker Harris and the brand set bonus, I get in this build the 5% weapon damage and 5% damage to armor. Remember, the damage to armor is multiplicative. You want that in PvP. Now for this mask, it's God rolled as well, so max weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and then for the mod slot, max crit damage mod. Now for the backpack Fenris, the Fenris brand set bonus I get out of this is 10% AR damage. Talent Wicked, you need to be running Wicked for this build to work. Applying a status effect will increase your weapon damage by 18%, and that's for 20 seconds. And for most firefights, 20 seconds is pretty much all you need. Now for the attributes, max weapon damage, 10.1 crit damage, 7.2 skill damage. Now again, I want that skill damage out of there for a red, but it is what it is. And then for the mod, again, crit damage and 12%. Going to the chest piece, Ridgeway's Pride chest piece. Now this exotic, the only way to get it is through the summit, and man, it's a headache. So go through the summit, get the quest, complete the quest, get the blueprint, and then craft it. And then once you craft it, you're good to go. Now this one is nearly God rolled, but it's missing a little bit on crit damage. So I have 15% weapon damage, 6% crit chance, and 11.2 crit damage. Now for the mod, I chose crit chance at 6%. Now what makes this so special is shooting an enemy within 15 meters applies a bleed to the target. Now 15 meters is a good little stretch for an AR, especially the FAMAS that shoots at 900 RPMs. So catching them on the bleed is very easy, simple. You get that Sadist, you get the Wicked, you're good to go. Now you also get armor regen, depending on how many enemy you get on a bleed, but you're not really going for that, you're just going for the kill. Now the gloves, Contractor gloves, God rolled as well, max weapon damage, max crit damage, and then of course that damage to armor. Fox's Prayer, max weapon damage, max crit damage, and then of course the damage to armor, or damage to targets at a cover. And then finally the holster, Walker Harris. Now this one, max weapon damage, crit damage, and crit chance. Now we already talked about the skills. You can run whatever you want, but obviously I wanted to put them on bleed as much as possible, so I'm constantly throwing out the seekers, throwing out the hives, and trying to get them on bleed as much as possible. Finishing off with the stats, this is for the FAMAS. 108.2k weapon damage, but 43.2k PvP weapon damage. That's with 49 crit chance, 138 crit damage, 75 headshot damage, 19 armor damage, and 21 health damage. Going to the offensive tab, 105 all weapon damage bonus, and 40% AR damage bonus. So every time I'm using the FAMAS, I get 145% damage bonus total. Remember, I'm using that Wicked with the Bleeding Edge from Ridgeway's Pride. Perfect combination with my Sadist. Going to the defensive tab, 726k armor, 330 on the health, and then the 10 from the explosive resistance and hazard are both from the watch. Now remember, this is the part of the video that I do the little disclaimer about the watch. I am currently a watch level 1105, so that means all of these are maxed out. And if yours are not, then that means your stats will not be as high as mine for certain numbers. So before you ask me about certain stats, you should look at your watch level first. If you are under 1000, then your numbers will not be as high for some of these stats, because you have to max out each of these boxes. But if you are above shade level 1000, you have nothing to worry about. And that's it, you guys. This is the title update 12, Ridgeway's Pride, basically Wicked PvP build with the FAMAS, Vector, and that double barrel sawed-off. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.